Hello students, in this video we will discuss the financial statements of a not-for-profit organization. Before we start discussing the financial statements of a not-for-profit organization, we must know the meaning of a not-for-profit organization. A not-for-profit organization is a separate legal entity formed to provide cultural, educational, religious and social services to the society. Remember, these are formed only for the purpose of welfare of the society, not for earning profits. Thus, they are termed as not-for-profit organizations. Now, in regard to the financial statements of a not-for-profit organization, we will learn what all three needed statements or account a not-for-profit organization makes at the year end. First one, that is receipt and payment account, which is nothing else than a classified summary of our cash book. In the cash book, we have two columns for amount, usually cash and bank. But in receipt and payment account, for amount we have single column. Onto our left hand side is the receipt side and onto our left hand side is the payment side. All the rules and regulations of recording in cash book are similar to recording in receipt and payment account. Only the thing is that it is prepared at the year end, hence is a summary of cash book. Second one, that is income and expenditure account, which is the other form of statement of profit and loss and a balance sheet. Now let us discuss a receipt and payment account. Just as you can have a glance on your screens, it starts with the header, the name of the organization. As unlike all other accounts, we need to mention the name of it, receipt and payment account. On to debit side are the receipts. To start with the postings in this account, we have, if you can see at the screen, to balance BD onto debit side. We will start with the balances, the opening balances as we did in our cash book. Cash in hand, cash at bank, and the aggregate amount will be entered in the amount column. Since we follow full disclosure principle, we will give the detail of cash in hand and cash at bank, but in the particulars column only. Further, the other items are recorded as and when they have been received. The total aggregate amount of it will be recorded here. On to the credit side, that is the payment side. There is a possibility of balance BD over here, but that can only be in case of a bank overdraft. If in the question it is given that there was a bank overdraft in the beginning, then you will have to write on to debit side to balance BD and you will mention cash in hand, and on to credit side you will mention by balance BD and the overdraft amount will be entered. On to receipt side, all those items will be mentioned in name of which the organization received an amount. That can be in form of cash or that can be in form of a check. On to payment side, all those items will be recorded against which the organization made payment either in cash or through a check. Irrespective of their nature, that is whether they are revenue nature or capital nature. The items are recorded over here on cash basis of accounting. What do we mean by cash basis of accounting? That simply means if cash was received, we will mention in receipt side. If cash was paid or payment was made, we will record it into payment side. We have not to bother in regard to a purchase of asset or an expenditure or expense paid. Just as you can see the next half of it. Towards the end, there is a possibility, just like in cash book, you will have cash in hand at the end or cash at bank. That will be your closing balance. Or there is a possibility that there can be an overdraft even. If there is an overdraft, the balance CD will appear onto credit side as well as debit side. On to credit side, you will mention cash in hand. On to debit side, you will mention overdraft.